Hi, Bad Gamer here. Oh, a little bit different, huh? I really wanted to film this outside today, but check this out, man. It's rainy, it's cloudy, it's a little stinky. So I'm gonna stay my ass inside, man. Oof. Okay, so yeah, we're staying inside, boys. And it's a little bit different video today. I've actually never done a video like this where, you know, I'm just taking and talking to you guys about other things than gaming. And a little bit more about like what's really on Bad Gamer's mind, I guess, in that sense. And yeah, I wanted to talk about my YouTube experience so far and like how I really feel about that over the past 8 months where I'm uploading every week. And yeah, I'm a little bit frustrated with a few things, so hear me out. It honestly feels like if I'm not ranting on YouTube or if I'm not complaining or feeding the negativity, my videos just don't go anywhere. The really frustrating part is that I actually really enjoy doing the commentary, you know. I love talking about games. I love talking about the industry and about the weird balance between passion and like this corporate nonsense that we're going through. But I don't constantly want to be angry about it. You know what I'm saying? Even though the name of the channel, Bad Gamer, kind of implies, but that's not really what's going on, right? I don't want my whole identity online to be that guy who's mad in the gaming industry. There's so many things I love about gaming. Every time I try to be positive and thoughtful or simply enthusiastic about it, the algorithm pushes me back into the void in somewhere where no one can find my videos. I started this channel in January, and yeah, I know YouTube growth is very slow, painfully slow sometimes, but I can't help feeling that mine has been even slower. Part of it's obviously on me. My videos were pretty rough. If you start comparing them, it's kind of crazy. There was no rhythm, like there was no pacing, you know, the editing was just like, it just didn't land. But I think I've gotten a little bit better for sure, but I still have a long way to go in that. And because I've worked in social media for many years, I know how these things move. I understand analytics and retention curves and algorithm signals, all that fun stuff, you know, all the stuff that people love. So it's not like I'm walking into this blind. But even with that knowledge, not even reaching 200 subscribers yet feels quite heavy. At the same time, the fact that, you know, there's 158 actually subscribed because they wanted to see more from me, that's freaking incredible. You know, that's 158 people who believe in what I'm doing, people who get it. And I try to remind myself of that. And I know that subscribers also aren't everything. And you know, watch time and audience retention matter actually quite like more. But honestly, what I really want is a community. I don't care if a video gets 100K views if everyone clicks away after 20 seconds, you know. I'd rather have 100 people who genuinely care about and stick around. But right now, even that feels like an uphill battle. YouTube's recommendation system seems to have absolutely no clue who to show my videos to and throws them at like completely random audiences, like here, for example, or this one, or that one. Like, why would somebody who watches that would like to watch me talk about Ghost of Yote? You know what I'm saying? Even worse, my friends who are subscribed to the channel, who are part of this 158 club, thank you guys, I love all of you, they're not even getting notified when a new video drops, which kills discoverability even from my own tiny circle. Like when even your most loyal viewers don't get the ping, you're basically shouting into the void. And it's like, hello, I got a new video. You know, and here's the thing. I wanted this channel to be entirely about gaming, obviously. That was the plan. But lately I've been wondering if I should open it up a little bit more. Maybe talk about other things. Even, I don't know, things that are a little bit related to gaming, like creativity and burnout and internet culture. But not because I want to chase the clicks, right? But because I want to survive. I want this channel to survive. Because honestly, it feels like the gaming niche is one of the least valued corners of YouTube right now. It has one of the lowest revenues you can ever imagine, you know, one of the most oversaturated creator pools, and it's increasingly difficult to stand out unless you already have like a massive audience or a very specific gimmick about your channel. Even the algorithm tries to deprioritize mid-tier and small creators in favor of the giants who already own the conversations. That's not just me talking. Jacksepticeye also said himself that, you know, he mentioned in an interview or a stream, I don't remember, that YouTube barely pushes his videos anymore. Imagine that. If one of the biggest creators in the world is struggling to get his own audience notified. Like, what chance do the rest of us have then? Still, I'll keep trying to be as unique and creative as possible, but it's hard not to feel like I'm competing against an entire industry of YouTubers, you know, Jake Baldino, Young Yeah, Game Ranks, Skill Up, you know, the list goes on and on and on. And the worst part, it's not even them. It's the system that keeps comparing my little spark to their spotlight. I've mentioned this a few times already, but yeah, I live in Japan, and to be honest, I've never wanted to become a Japan creator. You know, the endless thumbnails about convenience stores and vending machines and why Japan is so different and all that. It's been done a million times, and honestly, after 7 years living here, I think it's also kind of cringe at this point. But at the same time, I do live here. It's a huge part of my life, and ignoring that feels disingenuous, if that makes sense. So instead, pretending it's not part of who I am, I want to show it my way. Give you a version of Japan that feels real, not over glamorized or quirky Tokyo expat energy. Maybe I can tie it in with gaming somehow, you know, talk about Japan's gaming culture and weird marketing trends that are going on here sometimes. Or how living in Japan shapes the way I experience games, which I kind of made a video before. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. I do want this to become something more one day. Okay, I know people say that don't talk about money on YouTube, you know, because it can make, I don't know, viewers uncomfortable or make your channel feel transactional or whatever. I don't buy that, okay? I think it's more genuine to just say it outright. I want to make a living doing this, okay? Not for fame, not for clout, but because this is what I love doing. I want to keep creating, growing this weird little bad gamer corner of the internet. And maybe one day, I don't know, I can go to Summer Game Fest, you know, cover events and share the experience with you guys firsthand, not through someone else's recap. I want to stand there, like camera in hand, and say like, hey, Bad Gamer here, you know, with Bad Gamer Enterprise, and we made it here together. Even though that goal feels far away right now, you know, I'm not stopping. I haven't missed an upload in 8 months, and I don't plan to. Even on the days when, you know, the numbers tank and when YouTube seems to bury my videos, I still show up. You know, I'm trying. Because I know someone out there is watching. And that means something. Sorry if this video feels a little bit different from the usual rants or game talk. I just needed to get this off my chest. You know, sometimes you have to pause the performance a little bit and just talk like a human being for a little bit, you know. Oh, and since I can't not mention gaming, I've been dying to play Crow Country. Has anyone ever played that, actually? I played an hour-ish, 30 minutes on my PlayStation, but then I saw that there's gonna be a physical release for the Switch next month. Because playing that kind of game on a handheld, man, I think that's peak. So I'm waiting for that. So yeah, let me know if you have any experience with playing it. Anyway, thank you genuinely to everyone who's been watching and commenting or just hanging out here, really. You know, it really means the world to me. And if you've got any questions or thoughts, I don't know, drop them in the comments. I'll read every of them, obviously, if there's any. And yeah, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Bad Gamer out. You know, the weather is opening up a little bit, but I don't know. I'm still gonna stay inside though.